Hey everybody, this is Trader Steve. Kind of a weekend update. What happened with NVDA earnings? What did I do? I didn't want to buy the options in NVIDIA. They're just so stinking expensive, going through earnings, and I didn't want to take a chance of losing everything. So I kind of did a derivative play. What I did is I took down some SOXL, and what I did, I believe it was Wednesday, I sold the 27 puts, bought the 27 calls, and the next day after earnings, it was all wacky, doing crazy stuff. But I ended up making like 500 bucks. I was up 1,500, down 500, and I just got sick of that action. So I just kind of cut bait. It ended up in the positive, and I would have made a lot more money, but I just didn't want to take the chance. I had a really small option there, at risk. I really had no money in the trade. All I had to do was buy SOXL if it closed below 27 if it went south. But boy, this is the action in NVIDIA. I mean, look at this candle. A high of 152.81, low of 140.63. If you go to a 15-minute chart, this was just wackadoo stuff, just crazy. And, ended up, but, you know, oh well, I just didn't want anything to do with it because, I didn't want to have to buy SOXL. I didn't want to lose any money on it. So I just kind of cut bait. Like I said, I think it was $447, I sold it around 11 o'clock. What was that? Yeah, sold the puts for 135. I think I bought them back for 48 cents. Was it $850, $900, something like that, and then lost $300 on the calls, which those calls would have still been worth it, and the puts would have expired worthless. I'd have made $1,350 if I stayed in the trade, but it was just too wacky for me, so I got out of it. And this is the call. Let me see what I got in, like right somewhere in here, 135. So it would have been all right, but you would have made your money on the put, because I mean it just expired worthless, and you'd have put that 1,350 bucks in your pocket by Friday. But I just didn't want to stick around. I just cut bait. I was real busy, had clients in the office and smack, and I just couldn't babysit it. If it didn't take off, that was my intent, is NVIDIA was going to blow the doors off, which it did, but the market didn't like it, and so the machines jumped on it, and I just didn't like the action. So once I was back up in the positive, I cut bait and moved on. I ended up buying some SOXL Thursday afternoon right here, about 28.80. So I'm hoping that this week maybe we get some movement up, because the chips haven't been acting very well. They've just been kind of lackadaisical. And so maybe we'll get some follow through this week. If not, I'll sell some calls, try to generate $1,000 for the week to just sit on my hands. And I don't have a lot in the market right now. The market's kind of looking a little toppy to me. So we'll see what happens coming up this week. Now, what I want to show you is the one that got away. I was just laser focused on NVIDIA like an idiot, and I've been waiting for this trade, and I didn't look at it. 95% of trading, folks, is paying attention, and I missed it, and I'm just ticked off. But here it is, enter right here on the TNA, triple levered Russell 2000. And if you'd have bought the 50 calls, you'd have bought them Wednesday, boom, right here, 30 cents. They were worth $3.90 by Friday. So you'd have bought 100 of them. That's 3,000 bucks at close. That's $39,000. Not bad for 2 days work. Well, 3 days really. So that's kind of it for Trader Steve. Have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you watching. and I'll talk to you later. See ya.